tonight. And so please go ahead and join us at paullumen.com and get registered. Okay, guys, let's get into it. The best you, finding the right kinds of they. And this morning we're talking about the power of relationships and the importance of choosing the right kinds of they. And when I say they, I mean the people that are around us. And this certainly isn't a new topic. It's something that I'm sure that is very much on your mind, regardless of the business that you're in, even your lifestyle, just finding the right kinds of people. And so we're going to talk about maybe some of the traits that we would look for in the right kinds of they. I was reading a book by Ed Young. He pastors a great church outside of Dallas. Hey, South Carolina, good to see you, Miss Laura. Good morning. And in a book, I'm going to show you here. It's called, you can't see that unless you can read backward or upside down. 50 Shades of They. 50 Shades of They by Dr. Ed Young from Fellowship Church in Grapevine, Texas. And the tagline there is insights that bring life to your relationships. Now, I'll be very honest with you and say I just got this book this weekend, so I have not read the book yet. But the title really got me thinking. 50 Shades of They, and I'm planning to read this book over this next week. It's 50 very short chapters, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I think about it. I think it's probably going to be great. But he's talking about, in the book, choosing the right type of people in your life. And I said, you know what? What a great conversation. It's probably one of those conversations that we need to have at some level ever so often. Even once a week, I think we need to sit down and really think about our relationships and who the they are that are with us, the they that are surrounding us. You know, I'll never forget a couple of stories. I'll never forget a story of a young man that I went to college with, and he lived, hey, sunny California. He lived down the dorm from me, and we were in the same dorm for about a year, and just seemed to be the sweetest kid. I was in Corral. I was blessed to go to school on a vocal scholarship, if you can believe that. And I was in Corral, and so was he. And we were both going to school and going through school through that median. Just the sweetest kid. And then come to find out years later, he had gotten in a lot of trouble, legal trouble, ended up spending quite a bit of time in jail. And actually, Dr. Ed Young tells a story, kind of similar, a little different, but kind of similar in his book, of a friend that he had in high school that experienced something like that. And I was able to get in contact with him via Facebook, and he was already, it served his jail time. And we got in contact via Facebook. And we were just kind of talking through life. And I said, hey, man, talk to me about, we haven't been in touch since it was about 1993. And talk to me about what's happened since 1993. And he went in to all the legal issues. And, he had committed a, pretty serious crime. And he said, I just found the wrong people out of college. He said it was my fourth year in school. And I got in contact with some people. And I saw myself begin to migrate, that direction. And I just found the wrong kinds of people. And I thought, wow, how telling is that? Someone that just really played by the rules. They seemed to have it all together. An aspiring student, had a great potential career ahead of him. But just because of the they, just because of some wrong relationships at like 21 years of age, his life literally went, 180 degrees, the other direction, and everything changed in his life. And now his life will probably never be the same because he has that on his record. There's certain things he just can't do because of that mistake that he made. And it really came down to the they that he chose. It came down to those relationships at such an early age. But then I can also think back to another friend of mine that I went to high school with. And this guy, I'm going to tell you, he got in trouble all the time at school. He was a they that I couldn't hang out with. Always was in trouble. He was the one that, he spent literally, this dude spent about 25% of his time in what we called SOS. That's detention. He spent like 25% of his time in detention. This dude was always in trouble. But now he's an extremely successful businessman, lives in Colorado, has a great business that he's built from the ground up, and has a beautiful family, enjoys a beautiful life. We share the same birthday. And I was talking to him probably 3 years ago. I said, man, tell me about your life. Man, what's going on? And he began to tell me how he got connected with a guy, and he dropped out of school, but he got connected with a guy that he went to the gym with. And that guy had such a positive impact on this guy I went to high school with, such a positive impact that it completely steered my buddy in a totally different direction. What am I saying? He found the right kinds of they. So there's the wrong kinds of they, and there are the right kinds of they. And for you and I to really be successful in life, in our relationships, in our marriage, as parents, in our business, in all different levels of success, so much of it is going to be attributed to the they that's in our lives. What voices are we listening to? What examples are we watching? You know, I learned a while ago that I have a family of choice. A family of choice. My biological family, I was born into it, right? But I also have another family. And that family, I think, can be just as important. The family of choice. I don't choose my siblings. I ended up being really blessed with the ones that I have. I didn't even choose my parents. I'm very blessed by the ones that I have. But I choose my friends. Every single one of them. I choose my friends. Now, I was talking to someone probably 2 years ago, and I had just seen this person on social media, and I was very impressed at all different levels. And I ended up contacting this person, and I said, you know what? I want to know you more. I said, this may come across strange to you. I don't think so, but it may come across strange to you. I want to know you more because of the little glimpse I have into your life, and you're someone that I want to have fellowship with, that I want to be in relationship with. And I want to know you more. And so we began to talk and chat and really got to know one another. And finally, we were able to sit down and have a one-on-one over coffee. We spent probably 7 or 8 hours together. And at the end of it, I said, hey, buddy, here's the thing. I'm choosing you in my life. I'm choosing you to be my friend. And that may sound very cheesy and small, but it's like, will you be my friend? Yes or no? Check yes. But I said, buddy, I'm choosing you because who you are and the values you have and where you've been and where you're going, you're the type of person I want to have in my life. I choose you. Our family of choice. I'm talking about the right kinds of they. And so I challenge you to look in your circle. Look at the people that you have daily contact with, that have, daily influence in your life, and look at those people really, really carefully and ask yourself, are they provoking the very best in me? Are they pushing me toward my best? Are they pushing me toward my best actions? Are they pushing me forward into accomplishing my purpose in this earth? Do they have faith in me? Do they not just tolerate me? Do they embrace me? Do they celebrate me? Do they make me better? Do they inspire me to be the best version of myself? Do I have the right kinds of they in my life? Exactly. Who do I allow in my boat? Becky, you're so sweet because you do. And I've chosen so many people that are on this Periscope. I've chosen you. You can't get away from me. You're my family of choice, right? You can't go anywhere because I picked you in my life. And I think we have to be that way. We have to literally handpick the people that are surrounding us because they're going to affect every single piece of who we are, the views that we have, the outlook we have, our philosophies on life, every part of it is going to be affected by the people. I love this. Sometimes you got to stop the car and tell someone to get out. Laura, you're exactly right. Hey, I'm not sure that you can be on me, or in this car with me for this journey, right? So how do we balance that? I think we have to love everyone, right? And we have compassion for everyone, and we care for everyone, and we try to have patience and long suffering with everyone. But there are different levels of relationship. There are different levels of relationship. And there's some people, we put them out here somewhere. We have communication with them. We want the best for them. We try to inspire them. But they're not necessarily in our inner circle. They're not necessarily in our inner circle. They're out here in this other circle. And then we've got others, they're a little bit closer to us. And we're getting to know them. And again, we love everyone. And we forgive everyone. And we make ourselves available. But we handpick the people that are in that inner circle. And friends, if you can find 4, 5, or 6 people in that inner circle that push you to your best, and you push them to their best, you've got something special. Who are those right kinds of people? I want people with some grit. I want people, number one, with some grit. They know what they want, and they work hard, and they grind. They have perseverance. They don't give up. They're not quitters. Yeah, they fall, but they keep getting up. Everything doesn't always work out best, but they keep getting up. I want people with grit around me, because grit's a value for me, right? It's one of my values, grit. I say it every single morning. In my journaling time, in my meditation time, I think about the word grit every single day. I'm going to have grit today. I'm going to grind today. I'm going to push through every obstacle today. I'm going to push through every difficult place. Yeah, I'm going to have some challenges, but here's how I'm going to approach it. I'm going to have grit. So I want to make sure I choose the they in my life. Some gritty people. Resiliency. Exactly right. A mutual relationship. So good, Amos, where I have grit. You've got some grit. And together, hey, if I come to you with an issue and say, man, here's what I'm facing. Here's a challenge I'm going through. Here's an obstacle. You're going to say, hey, buddy, you can make it. Keep doing the right things. Keep pressing on. Get back up, right? Because you got some grit. That's the number one thing I'm looking for. Not number one, but it's one of the things I'm looking for. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for integrity. I want people with integrity in my inner circle. I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm not saying you never make a mistake. Otherwise, none of us would be in anyone's circle, right? But we've got at our heart, we have integrity. And even when we do mess up, even when we do fall short, we're going to come back around and be honest about it. And we're going to own it. Why? Because we have integrity. I want to make sure that I have people in my life that if they tell me something, I believe them. If they tell me something, I can bank on it. I don't need a contract. I don't need a handshake. All I know is for you to tell me, hey, I got this, and I know it's going to be done. Hey, here's what I think we should do. Okay, I got it. Why? Because you have integrity. I want people with grit in my life. I want people with integrity that are in my inner circle. People that I can trust in every situation. If they're with me, if they're away from me, if they're with another crowd, they're going to say the same things to that crowd that they're going to say to me in my face. They're going to say the thing behind me. They're going to say the same things to my back that they would say in my face. We're talking about people with integrity, grit. People with integrity. You know what else I'm looking for? This is all off the top of my head, but I'm telling you, man, I believe this stuff. I want people that are authentic. I want people that are real. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to have to fake your way through this. I want to know the real you. I want to know who you are. Be authentic. Don't try to fake your way through anything. Don't put on masks for everyone else. Be one thing to me and be someone else for another crowd. I want people that are authentic in my inner circle. Gritty people. I mean gritty people. People with integrity and that are honest, but are also real. We pull back the curtains and we take off the mask. This is who we are, and we accept ourselves for who we are. You know what? Because I want to be accepted by you. I don't want to have to pretend when I'm around you. I don't want to have to pretend like I've got all this going on if I really don't. I want us to be real with one another. Yeah, my face would give me away too. Right? I want us to be real with one another. People that are honest and people that are authentic. Here's something else I want, and I'm going to close it right here. But I want people that at the end of the day, their number one value is they've got a love value. Their number one value is a love value. What do I mean by that? They're just going to love everybody. And they're going to act out of that. The way they act in a business transaction is with your best interest in mind because they have a love value. You feel what I'm saying? They're driven by that love value. They're not going to go and criticize everybody. I don't have to worry about being in a conversation with them and them criticizing everybody and trying to tear everybody down. Why is that? Because they've got a love value and they're driven by it. They're always going to be building other people up. They're always going to be pushing everybody forward. They're going to treat everyone the right way. They're not going to be judging all the time. They're going to be more accepting. Why? Because they got a love value. You know what else that love value will do? It'll make people honest. They'll be honest with you. If they see you're going on the wrong path, if you're about to make a bad decision, they'll be honest with you and they'll say, "Hey, buddy, hey, Paul, I know where you're trying to go, and I think that decision you just made, you really need to rethink that, or you're going in a direction that's not taking you to your purpose." Why would they say that to me? To judge me? No, they would say it because they have a love value. And because they want the best for me. I'm talking about finding the right kinds of they. Do the people in your circle love you to the point that they can be honest with you? Do they love you to the point where they're always going to have your best interest in mind? Do the people in your circle, do you really know them? Are they authentic? Do they have grit? Do they have integrity? It will make or break the pursuit of your dreams. Trust me on that. It'll make or break the pursuit on your dreams. You could probably replace one or two people in your circle right now, and it would take you to a whole nother level in your life. I'm telling you. Spend time with those people. That's good. Invest in those people. Be everything to them that you need for them to be to you. Be everything to them that you need for them to be to you. And you just keep investing in those types of people. But if you're going to be choosy on anything, don't just choose, your best ice cream. Don't just choose the best restaurant. If you're going to make a choice on anything, choose the person you're married to. All right? And choose your friends. Choose the person you're married to and choose your friends. They will make or break your dreams. I promise you. Hey guys, any commentary on any of this? Any commentary, guys? Anything you want to add?